Building wealth can be as easy as 1, 2, 3 or ABC or Do Re Mi when you have the right information.
Gary Thompson, the sales communication professional, best-selling author and private equity investor, says, master the client conversion ladder and optimize your business success. He continues, many rising stars in business try to get from A to Z in a split second in the client conversion journey. That approach will set you up for frustration, time, money, and effort being wasted. The alphabet has 26 letters. Each letter has great significance in words formation and in human expression. The client conversion process has many steps, and when these steps are overlooked, it negatively influences your ability to attract and communicate with the ideal client. You must invest in breaking through the know, like, and trust barriers that allow you to win in business. He went on to say, the first step in your client conversion journey begins with relationships. 1. Fill the relationship gaps. 2. Leverage relationships to overcome client rejection. 3. And position your brand to stand out in the market. Gary wants you to be successful and invites you to call us today to help you master the client conversion ladder, optimize your brand recognition, and increase the cash flow of your business.
I want you to consider this. The wealthy just don't get rich. They have processes, they have systems, they have information that you don't have. Today, I'm about to reveal the number one thing that you can do to position yourself to build wealth. So I do encourage you to get comfortable with today's program as we take that deep dive into important concepts that can literally transform your life financially. The first thing that I want you to consider here is your state of mind. And I want you to assess your state of mind to that of a wealthy state of mind. Why? Because wealthy people, they have a wealthy state of mind. Rich people, they have a wealthy state of mind. But it is important for you to first of all understand what it takes to have a wealthy state of mind. Because when you know this, it means that you can now adopt these best practices that can literally transform your life. So, what exactly does a healthy state of mind comprised of? Now, I want you to get your pens and I want you to get your paper here because I want you to document this. Because in today's program and the next 4 programs that we're going to be hosting, we're going to go deep into this analysis so as to ensure that you have this body of knowledge. But more so than having this body of knowledge, I want to be certain that you are now able to apply this body of knowledge to achieve a desired end results. You want to position yourself to build wealth. So there are 4 things that you need to know, you need to learn, apply, and master when you want to position yourself to have that wealthy state of mind. Concept 1 is wealthy people that have a healthy state of mind, they understand data from 4 different standpoints. The first is called data collection, and I will explain what this means very shortly. If you want to be wealthy, what is the data saying? So I will go deeper into this now. So they ensure that they have data, they're collecting the right data on pathways to build wealth. Second, they are able to analyze that data. So we call this data analytics. And you want to be able to analyze the data to ensure that the pathway that you're going on to build wealth makes a whole lot of sense. Third is called data application. It doesn't make sense to collect information on your wealth building journey and not be able to apply this body of knowledge to position yourself, to elevate yourself to financial greatness. So there's that element of data application. You want to be able to collect this data, you want to be able to analyze this data, and you want to be able to apply it in a way that can really position you to build wealth. So we'll get into all of this over the next few broadcasts. Last but not least, data is not static, data changes. So a wealthy state of mind has to be a mindset that is able to mitigate data mitigation, meaning that you have to be able to change your action based on the realities on the ground. But if you're not collecting the data, if you're not analyzing the data, you are not in that position of strength to mitigate the data to your advantage. A wealthy state of mind is totally consumed with this body of knowledge. The concept that I'm sharing to you is relevant to you in business, and it's relevant to you whether you're an investor. You need to follow the data. What I want to get into now is what I'm going to call the data collection. So a wealthy state of mind means that you are collecting data. What type of data are you collecting? Again, wealthy people just don't get rich. Wealthy people get rich because they are collecting the right information. And I'm going to help you to understand some of those information that they invest their time, talent, and resources to collect. As you think about collecting data, I want you to ask yourself, what is the 10 best ways to position yourself to build wealth? Do you know this? Do you have this body of knowledge? Having this body of knowledge can be a major game changer in your life. There are many of you want to be wealthy, but then you don't have the data. So you're going to struggle in this process of attempting to position yourself to build wealth. So it begins by you asking yourself, what is the 10 best way? What are the 10 best ways to position yourself to build wealth? So let's begin to talk about this. There are a number of approaches or that you can use to position yourself to build wealth. Perhaps one thing for you to consider might be investing in stocks, invested in bonds, invested in mutual funds. So you have stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. And these are all passive investment portfolios that you can consider. There are also ETFs, and ETFs are exchange trade funds, and it is said to be one of the safest investment portfolios that you can think about. And I want to show you that you have a lot of people that understand financial intelligence, that this is one of their investment portfolio. But it is the best? Is it the best investment portfolio where you want to build wealth? I'm going to talk a little bit about this from the standpoint that an ETF may be the top 100 performing companies. And what happens with this portfolio, you may allocate $100 to this ETF. And what that allocation allows you to do is to benefit from a spread, because the investment is not going to a single investment portfolio. It is going to the 100 portfolios that exist within the ETF. So what that means is that your risk is minimal, because if one company goes down, if two companies goes down, if five companies go down, you still have 95% of your investment that is there to build wealth. So it minimizes your risk, but it may pay lower dividend yield. So you want to put yourself in the position of strength to ensure that you're collecting this type of data, so you're able to make a highly informed and highly educated decision about data and how you can leverage data to position yourself to build wealth. You need to understand smart income producing assets. Is real estate a better income producing portfolio? Again, when you understand real estate investment, it is something that is it's a major game changer. I know it has been a major game changer for me. I was on the paycheck to paycheck cycle until I recognized that there must be a smarter way to position yourself for financial independence. And when I discovered that, I began to apply myself with it, with everything that I have. Today, I've created multiple investment portfolios, including real estate. That for me has been a very smooth and successful investment platform. Yes, not 100% smooth, because sometimes you may have a 5%, non-occupancy, and that affects cash flow. But because you have over 95% of the estate that is giving you positive cash flow, it is able to help you to pay your PITI, principal and interest, tax, and insurance. So the thing about it that I'm saying here is that when you want to position yourself to build wealth, the number one thing that you want to focus on is how to position yourself to have a wealthy state of mind. And I want to repeat this. A wealthy state of mind represents four important concepts: data collection, data analytics, data application, and data mitigation. We are discussing here now data collection. Are you collecting the right information that can really set you up for financial freedom, financial independence? Today, we spend some time looking at the importance of collecting data, collecting the right right information that can truly inspire you on your wealth building journey. You need the data. So that data could be stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. It could be hedge funds. It could be ETF. It could be the Vanguard Index, which is another super good investment portfolio for you to consider. Or it could be real estate investment. You can do this actively or you can do this passively. In my next broadcast, I will expand a little bit more on data collection, but I will also go deeper into data analytics and how this can really set you up to build wealth the smart way. Be blessed and see you in the next broadcast.
When you become an influencer, it gives you the edge that separates you from the competition. The GIP Initiative, the Global Influencers Partners Program, is designed to expose you to over 5 billion potential consumers across the world. When you are a rising star in business and you need visibility, reach, impact, client conversion, and cash flow optimization, positioning yourself to become a global influencer may be the ideal tool that you need in your arsenal to win in business. I encourage you to join the GIP Initiative and position your business to build confidence, trust, and credibility and cash flow optimize the fastest.